Well, shooters and reloaders, hello to all of you out there. And what I got here is a package from Loads of Bacon. This is fantastic. He's wishing me a Merry Christmas and he's got a gift for me here, and it's amazing. So, well, I just used my Kershaw pocket knife that was given to me by Vengeance Early to open this package. And lo and behold, inside here we have the prototypical trademark being used by Loads of Bacon. This is Mr. Bacon. It's a bendable fun toy, but what it is, it's a very nice little kind of a rubberized strip of bacon. That's Mr. Bacon. That's Loads of Bacon. So this rascal is rather neat. I'll put it over here. But that's not the purpose of this video. What we want to do is share with you one of the things that he sent me besides some cast bullets, which we'll go into another video. But inside this box is this real fine, kind of an older style Ultramax 45 Schofield ammo box. And the purpose of this video is firearms trivia. So for our firearms trivia video today, the question is how the 45 ACP came into existence. Well, as you know, 1899 was a special year because it was a year that Elmer Keith was born. And as you recall, he died in 1984 at the ripe age of 85. And this is in spite of a lifetime of shooting and handling and casting lead bullets. Now, of course, we want to take care of all the hazardous protocols with our lead. So it turns out that back in 1899 to 1902, the United States was involved in a problem police action in the Philippines. And the problem that happened was that the U.S. Army at that time was using the .38 long Colt round for the military round. Turns out that in conflicts against the Moros in the Philippines, the .38 long Colt was woefully lacking in stopping power, so that some officers were getting their heads taken off with machetes because the .38 long Colt would not stop the charging Moros. So what happened was they rushed a bunch of 45 Colts revolvers, Colts, single actions, back to the Philippines, and that really helped the problem. Well, then the U.S. military decided to run some tests to develop the best stopping power for their new auto pistol that was being developed past the turn of the 1900s. That was to turn into the 1911 45 automatic. But they didn't have a round for it, and they were looking for something that would have stopping power. So they instituted a study done by Thompson and Lagarde. It was kind of famous. What they did was they took a lot of livestock and also human cadavers, and they shot them to determine the stopping power of various rounds of ammunition. Their solution was that the .45 caliber was the answer. So there should be nothing less than .45 caliber to have the stopping power that was required. Well, it turns out they didn't want to use the .45 Colt, or whether you call it the .45 long Colt or whatever you want to call it. It's the same cartridge you're talking about. They didn't want to use that 255 grain bullet, so what they decided was that the .45 Schofield had the ballistics that they wanted for the new auto pistol round. And the .45 Schofield was loaded with a 230 grain round-nosed bullet at about 850 feet per second. And that's what they wanted for the new .45 caliber round for the 1911 pistol. And it was become the .45 ACP. And as you know, the prototypical load for the 45 ACP is a 230 grain bullet, round nose, for the automatic pistol, and 850 feet per second. So what Loads of Bacon gave me here was a box of 45 Schofield brass, but the brass is in here, but the load was the 45 Schofield 230 grain round nose bullet. This is where the 45 ACP came from the 45 Schofield. So thanks again to Loads of Bacon for this great Starline 45 Schofield brass. There's 45 rounds of brass here. That's nice. As an aside, as you recall, the 45 Schofield, the rim is a little bit wider than the 45 Colt, so that when you try and put it into a shell holder, it's not the rim thickness, but it's the rim width. It won't go into the 45 Colt shell holder. So you gotta get a special shell holder for the 45 Schofield. However, when you look at guns, the 45 Schofield, even though it's a little bit wider rim, has no problem chambering in our modern guns because of the changes they made. Originally, it was so wide that you couldn't put two of them in together because the rims would clash. But they made the 45 Schofield a little bit narrower rim so that it'll actually function just fine, as you see. But the little bit extra thickness or width of the rim causes shell holders to be problematic. And that's our trivia video for today. Bye for now.